The prayer today, in the midst of the school shooting in Georgia, feel very sad for the families that, 4 dead and 9 still in the hospital. And then Wednesday morning, our Judge Forsberg passed away early around 2 o'clock, 2:30 at night. So, prayer today is, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy shaft, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
Amen.
On August 30th, for maintenance, I approved hiring Joshua Marinelli for the position of senior maintenance technician to be effective September 30th, 2024, at the rate of $21.54 per hour with a 1-year probationary period. This offer of employment is contingent upon the successful completion of the required pre-employment conditions. And I have further concurred with Bainbridge Township trustees in not requesting a hearing on the liquor license being requested by Get-Go Operating LLC, doing business as Tanglewood Get-Go 3515, located at 17675 Chillicothe Road, Chagrin Falls, Ohio.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay, today's financials include an appropriations transfer from aging, moving funds from their ADL program to equipment for the considered purchases of medical transport vehicles. Among the encumbrances are travel from engineering to attend the 2024 County Engineers Association of Ohio Superintendents and Mechanics Conference and Trade Show. From JFS to attend the Ohio Child Support Professionals Association Fall Training. And from veterans to attend the 2024 Fall Commissioners Convention. There are then and nows from Water Resources to Mission Communications LLC for sewer and water monitoring and alarm systems work that was not previously encumbered. Among the vouchers are $987,036.59 from the Commissioner's Office to Infinity Construction Company for pay request number 11 of the courthouse expansion project. $138,700 from the Engineer's Office to Kalita Truck Equipment Incorporated for a 10-foot Swenson municipal dump package, and $64,170 from the Engineer's Office to Ohio Water Development for stream mitigation credits for Butternut Road.
Very good. I'll make a motion to approve the financials.
Second.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Boyle?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
And the next item on the agenda is approving and authorizing the President of the Board to execute amendment number 1 to the services agreement with Maximus U.S. Services, extending the contract to perform services rendered in the development of the county's central services cost allocation plan, extending the contract through February 28th of 2025 in the amount of $13,000.
So moved.
Second with a question. Has that price of that service increased the last couple of years?
It's the same price as it was last year, but before that, it was like $11,000 for a long time.
Okay.
And they increased it $2,000 in the most recent contract. But we're locked into that price for another year beyond this as well.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyle?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
He's not here, so.
You want me to just read that one too? Okay. The next one is actually for the Airport Authority. They're requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute change order number 1, decrease in the contract with Kenny Hoare Construction Company Incorporated, DBA Kenny Hoare Construction Company for the Geauga County Airport Hangar 1 improvements project in the amount of $13,200, and that's a decrease.
Decrease. Yep. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyle?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
And then, just not while we're on the topic of the airport.
Sure.
You know, I know we've been receiving emails as to, you know, their phase 2 in the hangar projects, and I've, you know, been reviewing that and discussing that back and forth. And, you know, I'd like to see us continue that, direction and getting that project moving forward, you know, so.
Is that something that the board would like to do similar to the previous T hangar, where they take out where we provide them with a low-interest loan, or how do you want to do that?
So I was down there yesterday, and I went over there, looked at the hangar project, and I talked to Rick for quite some time. What I'd like to do is, to see us do is, he basically has already committed like three different dollar amounts that he's getting from the FAA, and probably almost to the price of about $500,000. If we add on another project, like this other hangar project, he's got 32 people right now that are waiting, that are on a waiting list to get in. That project, you know, basically what's stalling them is they've got about $125,000 in their fund, that's it. We could try to do something with the loan, but I think that the loan amount should just reflect what it's going to be of actual dollars that we actually keep with them, because they would be able to get these FAA dollars. As soon as they get the FAA dollars, they basically turn those over to us, and then we could do the repayment plan on whatever the balance is. So I think that they could definitely use the help, and they're just continuing to just get an enormous amount of push. And their hangar rates right now are actually above what most of these other airports are charging, because, you know, it's kind of that central location that people, you know, around here have aircraft and they want to keep it closer to home. So I think it's a win-win. That other project that we just finished, it looks really, really good in there. When you walk in there, and it sounds like you're walking into like this vacuum of silence compared to what it was.
Yeah.
So they're doing a great job, and they've got a huge interest with it. I think that I think it would be a good move, and I think it's a good investment, because it just continues to keep people, you know, using that facility, and they build off of that.
Yeah, and taking advantage of that, those FAA dollars, dollar for dollar,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that deal. And with the you know, we've always said that the airport, we wanted them, and they really have become self-sufficient over the last, you know, probably 5-6 years, you know,
Yeah.
being able to stand up on their own 2 feet and being able to charge rent, selling fuel, and, you know, bringing in their own income instead of having to be funded by the general fund to stay alive. So I think, again, I think this is another way for them to continue to grow and then to continue to take care of themselves.
The other thing, so they, you know, for them to be in a position of having 125,000 right now, you gotta take into consideration, that's pretty good, given that they put a huge amount of money into that whole fuel bay, that whole fuel system. That is a lot of money, and they'll have that completely paid off by the end of this year, just on the profits they're getting on fuel.
That was fast.
So the other thing that I think that would be a big plus is that there's a need for a decent FBO type of office. I mean, what they're working out of is terrible. They're also right now partnered with that whole education deal for the kids with the aviation training, you know, that they're doing that. And you really don't have a facility to be able to do that. I'm not saying to get the Taj Mahal, but I think that we could put a pretty nice building that would suffice for them to be able to have, you know, some offices, a little conference training room, possibly even a shower area, you know, maybe a little, you know, overnight bed if somebody's catches weather, they want to stop there. There's just a lot of advantages, and you know, you go to these different airports and in counties that are, you know, pretty much in no man's land, and you look at some of the facilities that are available to the different pilots there, we are so far behind the curve on what we offer. And I just think that if you build it, they'll come. And I'm just telling you, we have the ability of doing something there And also Rick is in the process right now of possibly, you know, trying to reignite a relationship with some of the Kent program, that they do the aviation program up there. And a lot of it used to overflow to us. And what the parallel taxiway, it's going to happen that they'll come back for the safety part. So I just think that it's something like Tim said, it supports itself. The board's, you know, operating it there for free, and they basically are doing a good job watchdogging this stuff, and
Yeah.
it's going good.
And it's a shot in the arm for the county and for the region.
Yeah.
It's a, you know, for business development, it's economic development. And I think, you know, trying to grow that partnership with economic development, you know, there's a lot of businesses that are locally, you know, just within, you know, 10, 15 minutes, but also I think we're starting to pull some of that, those owners that were having to go to Lake County or Lost Nation or Cuyahoga County, you know, they're seeing how attractive this could actually be here. And those are the types of, you know, you get one or two of those business owners that says, hey, not only do I want to relocate where I live and play, but also where I house my business. Now we're talking, you know, so
Yeah.
I think there's just tons of upside, you know, besides the, you know, having a quality airport in your county, but,
Yeah, I'm okay with
yeah.
leveraging our fund, you know, the county's funds to help boost up, shore up the airport.
So,
There's a lot of
so do
pluses.
some sort of financing to help them initially, and then once they get some more of the funding from FAA,
Then it comes.
allow them to refinance that for the balance of,
Right,
they could
exactly.
pay off a big chunk of it, and then
Yep.
we could redo it for what's left.
If you can figure out a plan and then.
Yeah, we'll have to sit down and work that out.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
I think so, you know, and you know, and I talked to Rick, and I'm gonna go down and try to sit with a couple of his board members too, to just kind of see what, you know, what are we looking at cost-wise, and maybe try to get something, just a rough idea of what would a couple of those projects cost in totality. And then the other thing, while we're talking about projects, is I think we need to look at also on the fair side of things for the fairgrounds. I know that they, you know, they've been asking for, you know, for some different things. The, you know, like the poultry barn in the back, that's something that it's not an easy deal for them to just absorb themselves. If there's a way that we could possibly do something, you know, to assist with that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's our property, right? And that program has grown so much, and, you know, I think that we really need to just continue to support that 4-H program and just continue to grow that. I really think that that's something that we should really have a sit down with the Fair Board also to ask them what are their needs and see if there's something that we could help them with.
Agreed.
I mean, I went to the sale and the poultry program has really picked up in the last 2-3 years. Almost double turkeys and chickens and things like that. And that's what we want in Geauga County. We want more kids to be involved with projects, 4-H projects, because that is small business. That's beginning a small business. Because they buy a project to do, the feed, the marketing, everything. Everything is, it's the best small business going with our youth. So we'll have to look into what the fair needs.
Yeah.
Good, thanks, Adrian.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yep, good.
Morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good. Number 5 and 6, requesting you to approve the termination of Natalie Donaldo, full-time transportation driver for probationary failure, August 28, 2024, and then requesting to grant permission to advertise for a full-time transportation driver to remain listed until filled.
I'll make a motion on 5 and 6.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Okay.
How did it go on senior day at the fair?
Well, it was a roasty toasty one on Friday. We were there, and we served over 500 seniors at our station, and I think that the cold beverages were well welcomed on that hot day. And think everyone enjoyed the cookies, and we enjoyed all the extra assistance that we had, and I mean, it was a nice day. We had a beautiful fair weekend. We lucked out with the weather.
I poured a lot of lemonade.
Lot of lemonade, It was a hit. Thank you.
Glenn?
Morning.
How are you? Good.
Number 7 is to update our home deed card going forward with ORC. We're going to be adding some people from the department, new ones, and then a couple we share with other departments and have them use the card also.
Very good. Okay, I'll make a motion on that.
Second?
Yes.
Yes.
Number 8 is for going out for bids or advertisement for snow plowing. That's for down here in this area.
Okay.
Matt has been really working on that.
Okay, very good. I'll make a motion on that.
Second?
Yes.
Yes. Normally, do you get, how many bidders do you get for that?
I want to say about 3.
Okay.
Yes. Usually, typically, we get about 3. So,
Thank you.
okay.
Yes.
Morning.
Morning.
Item 9 on the agenda is requesting approval of a service contract with Workman Industrial to perform upgrades to our Haskins Road lift station in Haskins Road there in Bainbridge by Pilgrim Village. We need to replace all the lines from the elbows up to the effluent force main. As far as I can tell, those lines have been in there since '76, so we're starting to leak. We got our life expectancy out of that. So good.
Okay, very good. So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Thank you.
All right. Perfect.
Morning,
Hi.
Kelly.
How are you? Good.
Item number 10, the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board to accept and approve the SEDCO members' 2024-2025 wellness program, utilizing the SEDCO Anthem Rewards 200 wellness program for the period of August 15, 2024 through August 15, 2025.
Okay, I'll make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Item number 11, the Commissioner's Office is requesting to accept and approve the Anthem Group Life Accidental Death and Dismemberment Insurance Rate Renewal. This will be for a 3-year period, from January 1st, 2025 through January 2028.
Okay, and I'll make the motion, just quick discussion. Is there is there an increase in the rate at all, or?
No,
No.
it's been the same for several years, and
Okay.
SEDCO negotiates that rate for us.
Oh, okay, very good.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Thank you.
Okay.
We have 3, let's see, 3 scouts.
Yes, we have received a request for 3 scouts for the Munson Township Troop 91. It was 3 boys that completed their project. Wilson Christie built and replaced 3 benches and a kiosk at Narrow Park in Munson. Mr. Anthony Raines' project was to install a parking lot, entrance lighting, and decorative fencing at St. Luke's Episcopal Church in Munson. And Sam Sonkrant did the beautification and expansion of the playground at St. Luke's Episcopal Church in Munson.
Is there anybody here today from the? No. Okay, I'll make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Impressive.
So Jared, you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, item 15 is actually the final motion to withdraw from the Portage Geogga Juvenile Detention Center effective today. There'll be no further extensions. This is, I'll read the actual language so that it's clear. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the board withdraw from the Joint Board of County Commissioners of Portage and Geauga Counties and the Joint Portage Geauga Juvenile Detention Rehabilitation Center District effective today, September 5th, 2024. There will be no extensions of this date, and to continue discussions with Portage County to identify and receive the necessary compensation for any and all of Geauga County's interests therein.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
So as far as discussion, so today juvenile gets arrested, he's transported to Lake County.
That would be after you approve the next.
Okay.
The next
Next
time.
Right,
But yes.
I'll say yes.
This is the Lake County.
That's the agreement.
And we are still trying to get the refund of the
Carryover?
Carryover numbers to, did not receive those yet.
And that is separate from.
That is a separate, that's been explained to the prosecutor's office that is a completely separate issue.
Right.
It's already been approved by was approved by the joint board, and the joint board was still, and agreed to by the superintendent.
And then, as far as the next motion goes, or the next request goes, the Lake County Commissioners have reviewed and signed that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So the agreement is signed by Judge Rendell, the judge from Lake County, both prosecutors from both counties, their commissioners, presidents, and now
Beauty.
you guys
Front of us.
are next.
It's like herding cats.
Pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
While we're talking about agreements, Richland County, the agreement with Richland County has been sent to Richland County. They have received it. Their prosecutor is executing it. It has to go before their commissioners, and then once we receive that,
Okay.
that back here, it will go before you
Okay.
as well.
And from what I understand, that Richland agreement will just be very rare occasions, some long-term type things, maybe possibly, but that will not be the norm. Usually the Lake County will be our go-to, from what I understand.
The representatives from juvenile court are here. If you have any questions, we'll
Okay.
answer them as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's about sums it up, right, Ralph? I mean, that's, yeah.
And then number 16 is the Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve and authorize the President of the Board to execute the services agreement between Lake County Court of Common Pleas Juvenile Division and Geauga County Court of Common Pleas Juvenile Division to provide secure detention stays and temporary holding of Geauga County juvenile detainees while they await adjudication, disposition, or placement elsewhere at the rate of $225 per day for each regular detainee and $300 per day for a Geauga intensive community rehabilitation detainee for an initial term of 3 years, effective September 5th, 2024, then automatically renews for successive one-year terms with a not-to-exceed annual amount of $250,000.
Okay, sounds good. I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Right on. Okay, good. Thank you, everybody, for getting that done.
That was a long time. coming.
Yep, it sure was. Good job, Ralph. Jim, Chrissy, Jerry, everybody. That took a while.
Yes.
12 years? 12 years, yeah.
6 of my years.
All right, anything else?
The only other thing, you were talking about the airport board, they are in the process of trying to finalize their FAA grant for next year. Their FAA is giving us a very short time frame. They have not finalized the agreement, the grant yet to send it to us. They're expecting that it will be sent early next week, and then have to be back on the following Monday. So we will have to have something next Tuesday, the resolution for the board to approve one of the 3 of you to sign that electronically when it's finalized and reviewed by everybody who needs to review it.
Okay.
All right,
They
good.
have to update part of their application and resend it, and then once that is finalized, then they will generate the grant for what we should do.
All right, any questions?
We have some young people here. Are you students? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, we're interns with the John County Juvenile Probate Court. I was just asked, how do you end up like being elected, like to become like a commissioner, out of curiosity?
Well, you have to get signatures on your petition, and then, go to a lot of events, maybe eat some pancakes in March.
Sounds good.
And buy signs, and be everywhere, as many places as you can be, and to serve the people. Any other questions? Good. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was a new experience. This is our first time going to a commission.
What school are you at?
So I graduated from Hampton University back in May with a group degree in electrical engineering. I have an interest in going to law school, so I'm working with Magistrate Hurst primarily. He's the main person who kind of oversees us. But we went on a field trip today, as you can see.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. And what's your name? Are you also an intern?
Yeah, my name is Meg. I graduated from Allegheny, also got Meg. Interested in forensic psych.
Oh, good. Very good. Very good. Well, thank you for attending today.
Thank you.
All right, anything else? Motion to adjourn?
So, you have anything, Jim?
We got.
I just came in case you needed to discuss the last two items, so.
Good. I think we were just saying thank you. It took 12 years, but you got it done.
It's not completely.
Well, not completely.
We're on the right path.
That's the easy part, the hard part is still.
Well, yeah, true, yeah. All right, motion to adjourn?
What time is it?
Aye.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk.